Anyone who thinks the environment and mining don't mix hasn't met Ross Beaty, a successful mining entrepreneur and passionate environmentalist who is leading the industry in responsible mining practices.
He has an influence that he doesn't even realize because people watch him, because he's doing visionary things in the industry while at the same time doing real leadership things in society.
Everything has an impact. We just have to understand the impact and mitigate it to make it as low as possible, and at the end of the life of the mine, try to make things revert to their original state as much as possible.
He has real credibility when he talks to NGOs and other stakeholders in the community because they know that he believes it's in his heart and soul.
But I love the beauty of the outdoors. It speaks to me. It's my church. It's my religion.
Born in Vancouver in 1951, Ross Beaty's love of nature and geology started at an early age.
Got my first rock collection when I was about 8 years old. I got a rock hammer when I was 9, to my mother's horror. And it's something that lured me into geology. I loved everything about it.
After obtaining a degree in geology at the University of British Columbia, Ross went looking for adventure, traveling the world.
The orange is where I've been.
With a stop in England to obtain a master's in geology at the Royal School of Mines. His early work experience took him back to nature.
I worked every summer in the bush with different mining companies exploring for minerals. I loved every minute of it. I just loved it. I was paid to hike and paid to camp, paid to fly around in helicopters. I just thought, pinch me. I mean, I would have done it for free.
After returning to the University of British Columbia to obtain a law degree, Ross started his first company, Beaty Geological Limited.
I wanted to work for myself all the way through. I didn't want to be an employee of anyone else. I wanted to be an entrepreneur.
He also started his first public company, Equinox Resources, which eventually bought Beaty Geological.
I had all my family in it. I had all my friends. We raised the grand total of $145,000 in our IPO in 1985. And most of that was my family and friends' money. It turned out to be quite a success, and it led on to many other fun and successful ventures.
The foundation of Ross's success is based on his knack for recognizing the future potential of mineral properties, purchasing them, and monetizing them successfully. That talent led him to create 14 public companies.
Ross has been consistently one of the most successful mining entrepreneurs in the industry. He, as a young person, I think understood the cyclical nature of the mining business. Ross was able to be decisive and make counter-cyclical investments.
By far the sizable and, quite frankly, most satisfying has been Pan American Silver. Today it's the second largest primary silver mining company in the world. We have about 7,000 employees, 7 mines in Latin America, 3 in Mexico, 2 in Peru, 1 in Bolivia, and 1 in Argentina.
Ross's environmental and business interests cross over with one of his companies, Altera Power Corporation. It started as a geothermal power company, but now includes wind and solar power. It's Ross's success in mining that has allowed him to contribute to environmental causes.
He's probably the best example we have in the mining business of someone who uses their success for good. He often says that whatever his next venture is, he hopes it does very well so he can give the money away.
I've seen him make generous donations that his name's never published, nobody knows it. He's just an extraordinary, modest and generous fellow.
We have set up a foundation called the Sitka Foundation, and through that currently we're funding about 74 different groups across Canada, which are all dedicated to preservation of the environment and protection of biodiversity.
Concrete examples of Ross's generosity and dedication to the environment sit on the UBC campus.
So this is the museum profiling all of nature's beauties. There's about 2 million different species here. And then right on that side is a research facility, which is a biodiversity research center.
Ross was also a major contributor and chair of the committee that raised $75 million to build the new Earth Science Building.
It's just been very satisfying being part of this. The result is not only functional, but it's beautiful. And it's going to last a long time. It's going to educate great students that will help build great companies in the future.
Ross has also made major contributions to organizations like the Museum of Nature in Ottawa and Panthera, a wildcat conservation group.
I'm hoping that I'm going to be able to keep working to build the Canadian industry as successfully as possible, with as good a reputation as possible, work with great people, help other teams, and continue to promote our business as a good thing.